$2 million difference in price between the two when you look at the acreage, and well, the other ones are fairly close. So that's like 1/1000th the cost of this whole project. And it seems like a fairly small amount, given that it's been given, price has been given 30% of the weight. Why was it given that much weight? Like, why was that small a difference the deciding factor between these two projects? And the more expensive one was the better site by your own assessment.
I'd rather have a lawyer answer that question. The reason being is I might say the wrong thing, because I get frustrated by this constantly repeating, we had an RFP, we couldn't.
Yeah, but someone said that 30% number. I mean, if it was 10%, it would have been a different factor.
It was the 30-70 split was thought to be reasonable, that price had to matter and did matter. So we figured 70-30 was a reasonable split.
But the more expensive site was the better site except when price is considered.
Again, I go back to what Glenn was talking about. You're talking about best in terms of certain criteria versus who is the successful owner by applying the rules in the RFP. And once the steering committee committed, it didn't have to, but it committed to actually following the RFP, that's what it did. Why bother going through the RFP process if you're not going to follow it, whatever the result? And it's not unusual. I kind of liken it to a pre-qualification process in the construction sector when you're doing a tender. You pre-qualify, everybody is qualified, everybody's on an even footing, and then it comes down to price. And you know what? Sometimes the price is $10 off, sometimes it's $1,000 off on a multi-million-dollar project. But the one that's the lowest price wins, because that's the rules that they all signed up to when they agreed to participate. And that's the rules that the hospital has to follow. It would be really wrong, and the hospital would be open to a much better claim from the site, owners of site N, if it at the end decided we're going to disregard the results and we're going to now go with some other site other than the one that resulted as a result of following the process.